I guess I write stories for children to give them what I never had. But it helps me, too. The stories...
Well, hold on to your seats, because that is a clip from the movie Censored. It was filmed locally, and it's going to be a centerpiece of this year's Sacramento Film Fest. And the movie star, Robert Picardo, is joining us live, and fans of Stargate and Star Trek will recognize you for sure. And then also, if you watch China Beach, which was, what year would that have been?
That was the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, and actually, that's where I remember you from.
That was about a drama about Vietnam and all, and featuring the women that served there.
Well, tell us a little bit about Censored. How did you decide to sign on to this project?
Well, it's just a very interesting story. This character, you don't quite know what's real about him for a good part of the movie. He seems to be your sweater vest, Mr. Rogers' neighbor down the block who keeps to himself.
Yes, but you know how those type turn out.
Exactly. He's doing very creepy things in the basement. And then you start to doubt his sanity and wonder how much of what you're being told as an audience is really true.
You guys shot quite a bit in this area. What was it like shooting this area? Because that certainly is something that our mayor is trying to do, is get more films to consider Northern California, specifically the Sacramento area, as a place to base themselves out of.
It was a pleasure. The crew was great, very talented. We shot a great deal in Roseville in a private house. And it was a wonderful experience, very intense, a lot of work done in a very short period of time, but I have very fond recollections of the shoot.
How long did the shoot take?
I think 18 days, or maybe a total of 20, and I worked 18 of the 20 days.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was I kind of lived right at where I worked. It was like going to summer camp to make a movie. We shot it in the same house. I mean, I would say 65% of the movie is shot in 5 different locations in one house in Roseville, and then some, a limited number of locations. And the movie has an incredible, very high production value look for how quickly we made it in the budget.
From an actor's perspective, what is it like to be a part of something with maybe a more limited budget than some of the blockbusters that some people might be more familiar with?
You don't get to eat as much during the day. That's
or
basically
as well?
it. Yeah, you have wonderful. The catering is a little is not quite the same. But other than that, if you can do without the lobster choice at lunch, it's often the artistic experience is much better. So.
And speaking of the artistic experience, certainly when you attend a film festival, that's where you really get a chance to get a feel from not only the actors but the people behind the scenes who put a movie together. What can people expect this weekend?
Well, first of all, it's the first time I'll be seeing the movie with an audience. Yeah, at the historic Crest Theater. It seats 900, so that means we want you guys to come.
Yeah, please show.
And I just think it'll be interesting to see how disturbing the movie is, because you don't. First, I'm presented as a very, very bad guy, and then you start thinking, well, is he really that bad, or is that just the way he's projecting himself onto the mind of the man he's trying to control? So it's very creepy and psychological, and they're also, I mean, like, think if your neighbor down the block, or if Hannibal Lecter worked at Jamba Juice, just imagine what that meant.
Okay, I'm there. Yeah. Is it nerve-wracking being in the theater and maybe sitting next to a guy who doesn't know that you're that creepy, or maybe not creepy
Oh,
guy?
Yeah, but now I'm a family guy. My kids, my teenage daughters were desperate for me to do a horror movie because they love them. So they wanted to see Daddy be very, very bad.
All right, well, we can go see Daddy be very, very bad if you'd like to check it out. Censored is playing tonight at 8 o'clock at the Crest Theater. For more information on the Sacramento Film and Music Festival, just go to kcra.com/morning news. Thanks very much for coming in today. We appreciate it.
Thank you, dear.
All right.